guys, welcome back to Lunch with Art, the Poetry Edition, here from the Pompano Beach Cultural Center. As always, we miss you and we can't wait to be able to host you again in the beautiful, beautiful city of Pompano. So today, we have a really quick exercise, something that anybody can do. Anybody is a poet at any given time. So, I'm sure all of you have heard of Ernest Hemingway, right? If not, take a moment to Google him. All right, you had your moment. So, Hemingway introduced something called a six-word poem. And his poem originated out of tragedy from losing his child. So, the first six-word poem that we were made aware of was baby shoes for sale, never worn. And those were 6 words and told a story in 6 words. And it was basically telling you that he was putting up his child's things up for sale after an unfortunate passing. So that's what we're going to focus on today, creating 6-word stories. The reason I like 6-word stories is because it teaches us how to communicate effectively, which is one of my favorite parts about poetry. Imagine saying what you want to say in 6 words. 6 words, leaving no interpretations, no door openings for confusion. You just are concise and to the point. And while we can't tell poems in 30 words or 3 minutes, today we're going to focus on telling stories in 6 words. So, what I want you to focus on when you're writing your story, it's easy to confuse a 6-word poem with a sentence. Because they're kind of the same, except sentences oftentimes have to be woven together to tell a complete story, whereas then our 6 words tell a story on its own. So you want to have a problem, and then a conclusion, and then a subject. And then that way you have a complete story. So the difference is the dog ran away today. That's a sentence, kind of a story, but it doesn't really have a conclusion. Versus the dog was scared, ran. So we have a problem, the dog was scared, so we know why the dog ran away, and then we know what he was running away from. So that's going to be the difference between your sentences and your 6-word poems. They have to tell a complete story, okay? So you can do this with your kids, you can do this at work, during the training exercise, during communication exercises, however you want to use it, you can use it. So I've taken the liberty today to do one myself as always. I'm my first participant in our Lunch with Art series. So I'm gonna do 2. I'm gonna show you one I've already done, and then I'll take the liberty to do another. All right, so you guys know I'm a fan of doodling on my poetry work. So this was one I did in advance, and it says, "It happened, I learned, forgave myself." So that's the complete story. It being whatever it is that happened in your life, in my life, whether it was on accident or whether it was something we caused, we learn from it, we grow, and then we forgive ourselves. So it's a complete story. We know that an obstacle happened, we know what we did from the obstacle, and then we have a solution to that obstacle, which is learning from that. So I just wanted to show you guys, this is one of my favorites. I have it hanging where I can see it all the time to remind myself, to forgive myself for the things I allowed to happen in my life. And now I'll take a moment to create another, okay? Time to doodle. we're back. Did you take the time to do your 6-word stories? Share with us the story that you created in the comments below. Be sure to leave your best story, your most favorite story, the stories that make you happy, reflective, or anything you feel that day. Leave it in the comments below so we can check it out. So, I created this. Bottle empty, still hurt, seek help. So this is just a clear-cut example how it might not be a sentence, but it is a 6-word poem because it tells a story. And a poem is only a story, and a story has a beginning, a middle, and an ending. So thank you for joining us again for this edition of Lunch with Art. Happy holidays. Thanksgiving is at the end of this month. Enjoy your families. Please be safe. And once again, we can't wait to be in your presence. Thank you. Peace.